Hi everyone, welcome back to the Crossroads. Today I'm going to take you through that little Delta Blues piece I played at the beginning here. I'm going to take you through it. This piece is kind of finger style and we're keeping the bass going, so I'll let you know when those parts go up. But let's start by having a look at the intro I played. It was this. Okay, now, what am I doing here? Well, there's a couple of things. First of all, the line is really, so that's the B, we're in the key of E. So we're going from the fifth, the B, chromatically downwards to the G sharp, which is the third. But I'm doing that with chords, and what I was thinking to come up with that was I played an E triad, all right, that's 12, 12, 13. And I'm really going from one E triad here to this E triad on 9, 9, 7. Okay, so I'm really doing this. But that doesn't sound very bluesy, so I'm going to convert the triad. Triad means a 3-note chord, by the way. I'm going to find the E note. And to make this a 7th chord, which sounds bluesy, I'm going to flatten the root twice. That is the root, the major 7, the flat 7, which is the D. Then we end up with this. Notice I'm using my thumb on the low E. Sounds pretty bluesy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move that shape down. Okay, now that takes me to the other triad shape. Doesn't sound too bluesy. I'm going to do the same trick. Take the E, which is this time on the 9th fret. Move it down 2 to the D and then leave everything else where it is. Then you get the other E7 chord. So we're going from this E7 triad to this E7 triad. Now I'm just going down, so we're going. Now again, I thought, how could I make it even more bluesy? Well, like I say, we're in the key of E, so I'm going to keep on adding the E note by taking off as I move down this first finger. And that sounds pretty bluesy. And then last thing, I'm going to slide here. This is the G sharp again on the 9th fret. So the E on the 12th fret. And then I'm just going to slide off. So let me play that intro for you again. I think when you come up with little things, just always ask yourself, is there any more I could do to that? Could I make it more bluesy or cooler in some way by sliding into it? So that's what I do. I start with an idea and then see, can I build it up, you know? All right, now we're into the main theme. So the main theme goes like this. 2, 3, 4. Okay, now what I'm doing here is, this is where I'm starting to use my thumb, and this is really just on 1, 2, 3, 4, but we're like in a shuffle groove, so you're thinking of triplet, 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 triplet. So when you're playing these other lines, that's what they're going over the top. So now let me just show you the lick here. Now what I'm doing here is I'm playing that 3rd fret on the high E. And then I'm dragging with my first finger. You could do other fingers if you prefer. So I'm kind of raking the B and the G. And then 2nd fret on the A. On the G, I'm sorry. The note is an A. And then I'm hammering on from that minor 3rd to the major 3rd. And then this 2 to 0. Then down the blues scale. Stevie Ray Vaughan used to use that, you know. Bending that G to the G sharp. And then I do this. So this little move here, I'm sliding into the 5, which is the, you know, that flat 7 again, and that note, which is the F sharp, makes an interesting sound. That's the 9th. And then that little bend again to make it more bluesy. Okay, so if I play that slowly, it sounds like this. Okay, great. Now I'll do the second one, then we'll add the bass. The answer to that is really the same. But I'm just finishing on that E note there rather than the low E note. Okay, now the thing is here, we've got this bass line going. Okay, now obviously when you're doing this, it takes a bit of time. You've got to sit there and do it, and sometimes you've got to sit there and work it out kind of note by note. But if you think of this and you're going really slow, and like I say, the rhythm is triplet, 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 triplet. So just see if you can get the first bit. That might take some time. See, that one's on the beat. And those other two on the offbeat. Okay, so just do that one thing at a time. Okay. And then add one more note that's on the beat. And you really have to, with this kind of stuff, just go really, really slow. Unfortunately, I'd love to give it to you, but there's no substitution for just sitting there for ages. And I can't get it, But just add one note at a time. And it's nice when you get it. Okay, so just take your time with that. You can do it. You can absolutely do it. I started this idea because I like Tommy Emmanuel. If you're not familiar with him, check him out. He's absolutely amazing. But I heard he does this a lot. He plays, Travis picking. But what I liked, what he does as well, he's improvising whilst he keeps that bass note going, which sounds really, really cool. This is based on that kind of idea. So anyway, that's the main theme. So let me go back and play those two sections together. 2, 3, 4. By the way, this bit, I'm just, holding the strings here and to get that noise. Anyway, there we go. Okay, now we're going to the A chord. That was over the E chord. And we're doing the same thing where we're keeping the thumb going, but because now we're moving to the A string, we're playing that A note. And here is the lick. So it's a good idea to see if you can learn the lick first. That's quite a, kind of a complicated lick on its own, isn't it? So again, just go slowly. And of course now this lick, when you're adding the bass line to it, you're still trying to play like you would you know, if the bass line wasn't going. What I mean is you're still trying to get the slides and you're still trying to get the bends. And let me tell you, bends, when you're doing this, oh my gosh, it drives you mad. It's like doing that tummy thing and the patting the head thing. Oh my gosh, it drives you crazy. But again, keep it going. So see how that first note is on the beat, the other two are the triplet. So you can kind of work it out slowly. And just add one bit at a time. Okay, that's that lick. Take your time with that. It's nice when you get it, but you got to take some time. I don't know how long it's going to take you. For me, I'm a really, really slow learner, so it took me months, you know, to kind of get used to this thing. But the nice thing is, once you get it, you can kind of start improvising. So you can start doing things on the fly because you're kind of used to that technique now. All right, let's go on to the next bit. Now we're back to the E chord and we're going to do this. So what I'm doing here is I'm starting with an E chord, then I'm going up really to the next chord in you know, if you were playing triads or if you were playing in the key of E, then you're going up E. This is an A note and a C sharp, and then this is the B and the D. So what we're really doing here is we're going from this kind of root E chord, and we're going up to really the kind of the fifth, which is the B. That doesn't sound very intelligent, does it? But really you're going from the B, so that's where your notes are, B, A, G sharp, rather than thinking of the E, which is here. So really, you're really doing that, but harmonizing it. But you're adding that low, you know, E note. That you're also muting by the bridge. So you've got your palm. Now this bit, hitting the E, the G and the B, and then just the G and the B. This note here, which I'm kind of pulling off here, is the C sharp. That's the sixth. It's a very bluesy note. And then hit the B and the E. And when you're adding the sixth, you know, to a blues, your pentatonic scale, you know, it can sound really nice, that six. So that little section goes like this. This is a little bit awkward. Your fingers here, I'm using my thumb, my second finger and my third finger to play the A and the G. So you've got the E, A and G strings. Obviously you could I like that. It's really, you know, makes a little bit of a difference from the last section maybe, so you can try that. Okay, then we go into the turnaround. So this is just, you know, classic kind of blues, isn't it? Walking up. So that's the third fret, open A, first fret, and then on the 2nd fret, that's the B note. So walking up to the B note, and then I'm playing the B7 chord, and then I'm taking off that F sharp, the 2nd fret, and then I'm bending that 3rd fret. That's a D going to the D sharp. The D sharp is in there, that B7 chord, it's there, but we often do that when you're playing over the B chord to make it sound bluesy. And then I hit that open E afterwards. So that sounds quite bluesy. Okay, so there we go, that's the E chord. Then I'm going to go to the A chord. And I'm just doing a rundown, a similar thing to we did at the beginning. So I'm going. So this is the 6th fret, the C sharp, the E going down to the 1st fret. Okay. And then I'm playing this E chord, but kind of like E minor, but then you're hammering onto the major 3rd, the G sharp. And then we're going to do what we call a 1-6-2-5. So in the key of E, a 1, a 6 is the C sharp, F sharp is a 2, 5 is the B, and that's the E. So, but I'm just adding one note. So I'm going from the C into the C sharp, the G into the so that would sound like this. And you can do a little short stab there. Okay, there we go. And so that little section there. And then that's really the end of it. Then I play this. Now this little run is another turnaround in E. So you got your first finger on the E, and then this one on the D, and then you're going down. See how that comes up a lot in the blues, that idea of the 7th going to the 3rd. We did a thing there where we went from the 5th to the 3rd at the beginning. That bit, you know. But anyway, so you're just keeping that E where it is and moving that line, the G down. And then what I do to finish it, normally you do this E7, move it up 1 and do that. But I thought, well, what if you, again, this is not one of these things, you think, well, what else can I do? So instead of resolving to that E, I resolved to this E9. And then I thought, what else can I do? Well, I'm going to put the C sharp, which makes it bluesy, and this note, well, the G sharp. Put those together. So, got an interesting chord there. And then I just finish with a kind of a rake backwards to the E. So there we go. That's the whole piece. Shall I try and play it through for you slowly? So we give it a go. So 2, 3, 4. that's harder to play kind of slowly, especially those, that lick. Once you get used to going up to speed, when you're slowing down, it's a bit hard. Anyway, there we go. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you've got any questions, because, it's fairly tricky doing those things together. But what you can do, like I say, is just take some licks, if that's all you get from this. They all sound good on their own, so you don't have to do it with the bass line. Thanks so much for watching. Nice to see you. You can check out all my other courses. I'll put the links down below. Have some fun with that, and I'll see you soon.